Welcome back to another day of Golf with Jen. As you can probably tell from the title, today we're having a special guest, my dad Peter. So we're gonna have a little match play. As per his request, I'm giving him 10 strokes for this 9. So this is his first tee shot on the first hole here at KLGCC's East Course. Safely down the center of the fairway with his little baby cut. So my dad used to be like a 10 handicapper. Right now he doesn't really play or practice as much as he would like, so I don't really know what his handicap really is. He would probably declare himself as a bogey golfer, so let's just say his handicap is around a 15. So as a pro, obviously I don't keep a handicap. So I think it's going to be a pretty even match. I think it'll be kind of fun to see how he plays the course versus how I play it, and maybe even the different ways that we attack each hole, such as this hole right here, which I'm able to carry over that bunker, whereas he has to aim for the safer spot, which is towards the right side of that bunker. After my dad's tee shot, he left himself with 104 yards. It's playing a little bit uphill here. So my dad is a completely self-taught golfer. He's not really working on anything with his swing right now. So he is literally just playing the way he knows how to play. One of the things that I would like to say with regards to swings and swing changes and trying to improve your swing is that if you're not going to commit to doing it, there really isn't a point trying to change your swing. So I think there's a lot of golfers out there who've been playing golf for 50 years and they know their swing, so they might not be able to shoot under par, but they know exactly what their swing is going to do. With that, it's almost better to just play with what you have unless you are 100% committed to actually working on your swing. Like my dad, he doesn't have time to work on his swing, so if he tried to change it, chances are he's going to play much worse than actually see improvement because he will not be able to spend the time to work on his swing. So that is something that I think people need to understand. If you're not going to spend the time, it's better to just play with what you have. So that second shot ended up a little bit short, so this is his chip from the front of the green. A little bit of an elevated chip, so a little bit of a flop style right here. You could see that his club kind of got stuck in the grass, so he left the face open. He still has a putt for par, but I am in pretty close for my birdie right here. He does still have 10 strokes on me though, so I was definitely trying to get an early head start here by making this birdie. So that missed his par on the first hole. So now we have 8 shots left with 8 holes to go. So this is the second hole. That's tee shot. Fine over there. And my tee shot. So for this second shot, Dad still has like 193 over the water hazard, so he's just laying up here. Also, you can see he's in the rough and he's not in a very good lie, so he decided to go with a 9 iron here. Well, you can go for the green from there. This is a super awkward approach shot just because of the lie that I'm on, and there's hazard in front, so I'm just gonna try and hit this knowing that it's probably gonna go over. But yeah, I think I can still get it up and down from the back, but obviously don't want to be short. So like you heard there, my ball just ended up fading a little bit too much, so it ended up being in this rough. It's an uphill lie, which is going to cause the ball to tend to want to hook, and the left side there's water hazard. No matter what I do here, I definitely want to go over rather than short. This was only 157 yards, so I had way too much club. But if I club down, and the difference between a 6 iron and a 5 hybrid is massive, because obviously the hybrid's going to be able to get that launch. So yeah, I just felt like the 6 iron was not going to make it past that water hazard with the lie that I was in. so I prefer to go over rather than short. This was my dad's shot after the layup. I wasn't sure how far or what he was hitting, but I'm pretty sure it was still close to about 150 yards. So it's still quite a bit of a distance. He hit it a little bit right, but it's on the dance floor. So after my approach shot, I knew it was going to be over, but unfortunately I went not only over but to the downslope from the bunker, and anything past this pin is going to be water. So you definitely do not want to go over with this bunker shot. You just want to kind of let it roll out there, which is what I'm trying to do here. Not a spinny kind of bunker shot, just one that lands and rolls out rather than being too aggressive and bringing the water into play. So that was about as good as I could hit it in my opinion. So this is my dad's putt for par, still pretty lengthy.
Ooh, settle. Not bad.
So this was the putt I had left for par. But I knew I missed it once I hit it. I just left the face open and pushed it. So not the best putt there.
Okay, you need this to technically square this hole.
What was that?
So after we both had a little bit of a fumble on the putting on the last hole, we still have 7 strokes left to go with 7 holes to go.
Nice. That's so hard.
My dad hit a good drive down the center of the fairway, but he still had about 200 yards left, so I think he's going with a 5-wood here. The green is also elevated on this one. He actually hit a really good shot right at the pin. However, it's really hard to stop the ball on this green, especially with a 5-wood, so we just ended up a little bit over. For my second shot, I mean, I didn't hit the best drive, but I was fine. I just had a little bit of rough to play with, but I had 157 yards, so I was playing a 6-iron here.
Nice. Oh, nice. Kick some more.
So like I said, my dad was just a little bit over the green, but he was in this rough and he decided to putt it.
Oh my gosh, that's so hard. Come to my ball, show me the line.
So he needed to make his putt here. I was putting for birdie just ahead of him right there. Just didn't have the right line. But here I am for my birdie putt.
Oh,
And just a little too much speed on that one.
7.
So we've still got 6 shots left with 6 holes to go. Here's another interesting par 4. For my dad, he can basically just hit a driver straight out to those bunkers. And I take a much different line because I cut those trees down the left side. Because if I were to aim at those bunkers, I would be right in it. So yeah, very different. I think we aim like 50 yards difference here because he aims to the right and I aim completely to the left. So yeah, pretty interesting to see how differently a hole can be played. For that second shot, he's got about 125 yards. He was a little bit too far right, so he's a little bit in the rough, but it's not too bad of a lie. And for my second shot, I've got 83 yards and I'm going with the 52-degree wedge here. So after a decent shot, I wouldn't say it was that great because I did not really hit it where I wanted to, but I still gave myself a look for birdie here. So my dad actually was in the bunker and he hit a shot out of the bunker, but I wasn't quick enough to go record it. So this was his putt for par, which he needed to make since I just drained that birdie. So he was a bit aggressive on that one, but he kind of had to be. Next up, we have a par 3 playing 171 yards. This wasn't really the best distance for my dad because similar to what I had before, he's kind of having a trouble between these distances where the 5-iron goes too short and his hybrid goes too long. So he decided to go with the shorter one here and went with the 5-iron, which I wouldn't say is a bad choice because from behind it can be really difficult to get to this pin just because there's a whole ton of slopes and it's all going downhill from the back obviously. So I would say that if you're in between for this hole, going for the shorter one isn't necessarily the wrong play because it's definitely going to give you an easier chip from the front than from the back. This was my shot and I was just going with my 5 hybrid for this one. A little left but still on the dance floor. So this was my dad's chip from the front of the green. So this is the chip. I'm on the green, so you better get it close. Ooh, where is it? Ooh. Ooh, oh! This was my putt for birdie. So after the last hole, there was a 2-shot swing. So now we've got 4 shots left to go with 5 holes. So if I make this, it's going to be really difficult for my dad. Hit a good putt there, just did not break as much as I thought. So my dad needed this putt right here.
Oh, did you get it? Yeah, I got it! 4 strokes, 4 holes to go.
So after our tee shots, we were both pretty much on the fairway. But from then on, this is what our friend Golf Sidekick calls a tuba. So, enjoy.
Oh! Sit! Oh no, hit the cart path! Oh no, hit the tree! What did I tell you?
So after that super fun hole, my dad basically has only 1 stroke left. So I made a bogey and he made a 9. So yeah, we've got 3 holes to play. Let's see what's gonna happen here. We've got a par 3 playing 165 yards. Unfortunately, and not in my dad's favor, this is again the distance that he doesn't really have a club for. So yeah, I'm going with the 5 hybrid and he's going with his 5-iron again.
Perfect shot.
Go! Almost.
Perfect shot.
Sit. Oh no.
That made a bogey, which means we are all square with 2 holes to go. So let's see if we can further extend this match one more hole.
Hey, a little more.
After the tee shot, that still has 190 to go, so not a very great lie here in the rough downhill. He's going for the hybrid in between the trees. Actually, he hit a pretty darn decent shot from his lie and from where he was. For my second shot, I had 158 yards, so I am going with a 6 iron here.
Nice.
Dad left himself with this chip in the rough over the bunker. Again, not an easy chip. Pretty decent shot there. I mean, main goal here is to make sure you get it over the bunker and on the dance floor, which is exactly what he did. Not much option there. I had a putt for birdie on this hole. Did not take enough break here, but pretty simple par there. And that's putt to extend the match.
Get in. Oh, would have been a good par.
Unfortunately, good putt, but it seems like it's going to be the end of the match right there.
Anyway, that's gonna be it for today's video. Shout out to Dad for being a good sport and being on the video. It's not his best game, but you know, we had fun. It was a good match, and maybe we'll have another at another time. Yep.